Good evening, everyone. Instead of preparing a speech for today, I decided to write a letter to Dress for Success. This letter is a culmination of my reflections over these last several weeks and really remnants of my deepest appreciation over the last 9 years. Dear Dress for Success. Dear Dress for Success administrators, volunteers, and fellow clients, you are family. A Google search defines family as a group consisting of parents and children living together in a household, or the descendants of a common ancestor. But with all of the non-traditional variations that a family can be in 2018, I think we can more accurately define family to be a group of people connected by more than a bloodline and brought together by the mutual understanding that they will trust one another, support one another, and uplift one another, regardless of the situation, circumstances, or test, or storm. Before I began my professional journey with Dress for Success, I was unclear on the direction my life would take. And it wasn't that I felt my life was without purpose. I just wasn't sure what that purpose was. And before Dress for Success, I was at a time in my life when I didn't know which way was up. I was a single mother of one, living with my single mother. I had only one job prospect, and everything was riding on my landing this position. So much so that I went in for my very first suiting only hours before my interview at Durham Tech. But I trusted that I would get a suit and a job, and that life would become manageable for the time being. And as it turns out, I was right. But life became not only manageable, but miraculous. Because of that one suiting, my uniqueness, my joblessness, my blackness, my femininity, and my single parenthood found a home where they are celebrated and used as a platform for my success. Because of that one suiting, I gained employment at a job that sustained my family for 8 years, and that job led to my career as a poetry teacher even before I had a college degree. And my time working in a college inspired me to get a degree in paralegal studies, and I have plans to further my education in the area of public policy, or public administration, or political science, or education. Because of that one suiting, I was determined to grow my circle of women who were like me, hardworking, but in need of support. And so I joined the PWG network, and I sat in workshops that taught me multiple ways to use where I was to get to the place I envisioned myself being. Because of that one suiting, I had the confidence to stand behind a podium at the Chamber of Commerce and speak to why I felt that Dress for Success deserved to receive a small grant that they ended up securing. And as a result of that podium experience, I have since been commissioned to recite poetry for Durham County government's unveiling ceremony. I have spoken on panels and presented for organizations from the Kettering Foundation in Ohio to the Southern Coalition for Social Justice. And I will expand my work in education equity with an inaugural fellowship under the direction of U.S. former Secretary John King Jr. Because of that one suiting, I began my professional career as a receptionist at Durham Tech, and today I am the Community Partnerships and Operations Manager at Book Harvest. Because of that one suiting, I developed the will to make meaningful changes in this world, and I co-founded the Durham Special Needs Advisory Council, which partners with the school board to serve children in the Durham public school system. I am a sworn commissioner on the Human Relations Commission, which provides me with opportunities to abolish race and social divides and the systems that perpetuate them. And I have a dream of one day working with the United Nations. Because of that one suiting, I learned that suits are not exclusively for people who are in high places, but are also for people that are going places. Because of that one suiting and others, because of tedious resume help and less than comfortable interview role-playing, because of PWG meetings that provide food and childcare, because of the chance to participate in a Dress for Success fashion show, and because of opportunities to eat fancy food in fancy places with fancy people such as yourself, I have gone from walking a rocky road full of potholes and speed bumps on my own to walking that same rocky road full of potholes and speed bumps with the support of an entire organization and with the family who has agreed to walk with me. And I am forever thankful. And this thank you letter wouldn't even reach near completion without me extending my gratitude to one person in particular. This person has shown myself and so many other women just how much their story matters. At most organizations, rarely do you see the head of the company working hand in hand with the people it serves. And customers or clients tend to get whatever remnants of connection have trickled down from the top. But Pat Nathan has always had her boots on the ground, and her connection to clients like myself has lived long after her time as a staff member with the organization. And I think this speaks volumes to the culture of Dress for Success and the incredibly selfless human being that you are, Pat. Thank you for being the light and for leading the way. Thank you for being a mentor and for calling me friend. 9 years ago, I was literally one suit away from an extended stay in poverty. And today, I am literally one suit away from working alongside people who have served in the White House. Because of you, and because of all of you, and the time and the financial resources and the expertise you have invested in this organization and in me, I am a warrior, fearless, tenacious, brave, empowered, unstoppable. And I thank all of you for helping me be those things and more. Sincerely, a success story.